On Thursday, May 2nd, voters will chief to the polls through England for regional elections. The elections will solve who wrest regional authorities through the nation and could be an essential testing of social and policy view for Theresa May, Jeremy Corbyn and the some side leaders. Down there are 343 councils in England. They ensure a broad band of services, depending on their form and amount. These involve habitation, way support, parking lot, nonsense gallery, recreation and culture means, high school financing and admissions, ecological public health, planner and public services. The greatest regional authorities are as well accountable for age, public thoroughness and family services. Councillors are selected to sit on these councils and present human beings in a particular geographic region for a flat period of 4 persons year. They solve on the common line of politics, that is executed on a date-to-date base by non-elected justice officials. Elections get location in 4 persons year cycles, in various councils keeping elections in various year. The period about elections are take location in 248 councils, in 8,425 seats up for grabs and on 25,000 human beings permanent. The extensive most of England's less area councils are keeping elections. Almost 120 of these are electing a complete roofing slate of councillors, time a less quantity are selecting just a tertiary. Down there are 30 of England's greater Unitarian authorities, such as Bedford, Down-on-Trent, Redcar and Cleveland and York, that are electing all their councillors, time a less quantity are selecting a tertiary. In supplement, the most of England's 36 metropolitan city councils, consisting cities such as Manchester, Liverpool and Newcastle-on-Secret, are electing a tertiary of their representatives. Down there are no elections in England's 26 county shire councils or in London's 32 boroughs, though down there is an election for a chair in Lewisham. On to the election reformation community. Down there are on 150 wards wherever down there is just one applicant who will be selected only. Voters will as well be departure to the polls in Northern Ireland to choose 462 councillors through 11 justice areas. Down there are no regional elections the year in Wales or Scotland. If you are recorded to voice, you will be capable to get portion in those elections. If down there is an poll in your region, you should include already acquired a voting map, give her detailed information of your near voting plant. You should get the INU while you go to voice, though in largest places you will be capable to voice out of it. Voting stations outdoor at BST and shut at BST. The last date for recording has gone, so if you are not on the election registry, you will not be capable to voice. If you dwell in specific components of the nation, you will requirement to get ID in you while you voice, as portion of an continuing by the government test to gear elector scam. Parties are told to work, or include monitoring, of a justice if they include more than seats rather than all their opponents' combination. If no side has a most, a justice is told to be by no common monitoring. Those parties in the largest seats are called to as creature the greatest side and can hit deals in other, such as independents, to run the regional credibility. The left 12% are by no common monitoring. In largest cases, these seats were recent disputed in 2015, on the identical day as Howe year's general poll, in that the Conservative Party won a most in Parliament. A lot has modified with later, of year. The Conservative Party are protecting the greatest quantity of seats, in 4,906 Tory councillors up for de-election, compared in 2,113 for Labour. The Permissive Democrats include 647 seats to protect, UKIP 176 and the Verdant side 71. Down there are as well 512 seats detained by independents creature fought. Down there will be a fight king in Brighton wherever, following a episode of Labour defections and on elections, the Conservative Party are now the greatest side. The Verdant side, that utilised to run the justice among 2011 and 2015, is as well looking to increase its present. In Cheshire Western and Chester the justice is on a blade edge in both of Labour and the Conservative Party fight to be the greatest side. Milton Keynes, Bolton, Calderdale and Blackpool may as well select their hands, or the governing side could miss its most and letting common monitoring. Lot voters will be reasoned by cleanly regional issues. But Brexit remnant the dominating policy object, and the polls will be a big testing for Theresa May, who is by increasing blood pressure of her MPs and activists indignant by intermittent to the UK's leaving of the EU. Labour's productivity, as always, will be close monitored to see if it is manufacturing advance in those areas necessary to win a general poll. The Lib Dems and Verdant side will be hoping to do so on the behind of their against Brexit, against austerity messages. UKIP is fielding on 1,400 candidates, but the again start-up Brexit side is its focus on the Europe elections. Time New centrist side changing UK did not registry in period to put up candidates. The racing to be the at first region to announce its outcome is not rather as intensive as on general poll overnight. But wait the at first results to go in among stroke of midnight and am on Friday, in St Helens, Sunderland, Swindon and Polar Tyneside amongst those competing to be the fast. The brisk period is set to be among NBST, while results will begin flood in of through England, consisting Oldham, Plymouth, Portsmouth, Stockport, Liverpool and Trafford. Yet, several regional authorities start accounting their votes before on Friday. Manchester is anticipated to announce at BST, Brighton and York at BST and Cheshire Western and Chester at BST. Affirmative, down there are 6 mayor contests take location in Bedford, Copeland, Leicester, Mansfield, Middlesbrough and a subway mayoress for Polar of Secret.